Hello and good morning, feeders. Today is June 20th, 2021, and my name is DJ. This is our fifth weekly update video at the request of our community, and we have been busy this week as always, so let me first give you the TLDR. We've added stablecoin options to Vault's feed. The product has been completed and submitted to PeckShield. We will likely do a V2 in the near future to optimize gas. The DApp has been getting worked on with an ETA of Friday of next week, ahead of a potential cycle with Peck Shield for the last week of June. You'll find a sneak peek of the look and feel in the weekly update. Deployed contract audit is pending on CertiK side, and Vault audit ongoing on Peck Shield side. We're working on documentations for the launch and research for LP Aggregator product launching late July, early August. We've been recently listed on xt.com. You can find us on there. BSCScan has finally added our logo. Well, it is about time. Thank you, BSCScan. We appreciate that. And lastly, for the TLDR, we're waiting for the Vault farm until the launch to maximize the total value locked impact. We're also hopeful about two potential partnerships. We'll talk more about this post-launch. Onto product development. For Vault's feed, we've been working on adding stablecoins as target product options before submitting to PeckShield. The launch product, while complete, still has room for improvement, particularly on the gas fees side. We've had to remove some target vaults from our MVP, our main vault product, for had we included them, the gas fees would be too ridiculous for most retail investors. Having done so did reduce the gas fees, but it's still not optimal. The reason is that we're automating something that would usually take users 5 to 8 minutes to do manually through individual transactions. While the user's work got reduced to about 10 seconds, the smart contract still goes through all these steps in the background. All of these steps have gas fees. We'll likely rework the structure on V2 so the gas fees are pooled rather than individual. It's a minor detail, but we do want everyone, regardless of their initial capital, to diversify, and gas fees should not stop people from doing so on feeder finance. It will also open up more target vaults and therefore improve diversification. This will come after the second product. The second product itself will have its beta launch by late July/early August. It's fairly soon, so we'd like to get that out first to expand our platform scope ASAP. On the DApp side of things, PeckShield is scheduled to come back with initial comments by Friday, June 25th. If there are comments, we'll need to work to fix or rework accordingly. We're aiming to complete the DApp by Friday to focus on making sure we can react to the preliminary audit report and make sure the audit is complete by the end of June. We've made much progress on this so far this week. The back-end APIs are mostly complete. These are things like how APYs are calculated and shown, target vault allocations, balances, etc. We've since moved to the front end, and we'll focus on this as the final steps towards completing the DApp. And now, an in-depth look at our smart contract audits. The current status. For CertiK, we are waiting on their final report back on our deployed smart contracts. For PeckShield, our Vault contract audit is in progress. So a little more on CertiK. Over the past week, we've had some tough negotiations and even tougher calls to make. We've initially contacted PeckShield in hopes of contracting them for an additional audit on top of CertiK. At the same time, we've submitted our audit to CertiK per the scheduled timeline. As it turns out, our smart contract was far more complex than CertiK had thought. They likely imagined we forked other vaults and so had quoted us accordingly when we engaged the first time. Most of our code is original, and so the audit price is basically 10 times what they normally charge. We could not afford it at this stage of development. Because of the market crash, the dev wallet did not have enough feed to sell into stablecoins to pay for the fees. What we're left with for CertiK is the audit for the deployed contracts. These are standard contracts: token, farming, staking, time lock, etc., and has been around for almost 2 months without issues. The preliminary report has been shared with us, and there are no major or critical issues. We're waiting on them to submit the final report and have been following up with them for an ETA. We still have not heard back yet. PeckShield. Luckily, we've already been in discussion with PeckShield at that point, and we have asked them to work on the vault audit instead. The conversation went well, and hence we have engaged them for the vault audit and are expecting their preliminary report on Friday, June 25th. It may take a cycle of fixes if they have comments, but we're hopeful we could finalize it in time for the launch. So, moving on to documentation and launch preparations. While Jimmy is focusing on the platform structures, Patrick has been working on the below to prepare for the upcoming launch and beyond. He's prepared disclaimers for the DApp, and while we're not a regulated entity, we think people should have a place to refer to standard terms of usage and such. We've also cleaned up and prepared the spreadsheet with the underlying allocation mechanisms and formulas, so Jimmy can create programming automation for the process in the near future. Patrick's also been working on diagrams of product mechanics underpinning the flow of capital from user deposit to user withdrawal. They're straightforward if you're an experienced DeFi user. However, when you have to explain to new DeFi users how to 1. How single tokens go into a vaults feed, 2. The deposit is then split up and diversified between 3 to 5 other vaults, 3. Which are then sent to another protocol, 4. Our deposit then gets staked, harvested, and compounded, 5. And returned into the target vaults, 6. The target vault rewards get harvested, compounded, and finally withdrawn back into the vault's feed to pay users. This is quite a journey, and it will also tell users why this is such a powerful product. We'll need these diagrams to help create the teaser for the product, to explain it to the artists and producers as well. We've done some research also for the LP feeder vault product. Notice that it's not LP vaults feed anymore. We're leaning towards the product being more of an LP aggregator rather than an LP vaults aggregator. The reason is that through extensive research and data analysis, we fell in love with what an LP aggregator would become, not to mention the flexibility and agility. We see a large gap in the LP vault space, particularly in Binance Smart Chain. It's still a diversified and de-risking product aligned with our project positioning, a powerful product that will allow us to offer low, medium, and highly diversified risk selections to users. That way, feeder finance also attracts high-risk seekers with a diversified approach. Now please note, do not get fixated on the product's name. We may need to rethink how we name our products. We've had comments on this and agree, however, changes may come before or after launch. It'll depend on getting some more urgent items sorted first. Onto the business dev side of things. We've recently been listed on xt.com as of June 16th. This will now make it much more accessible for people with no experience in blockchain to invest in our project. It would also be the start of a stablecoin alternative that, once the centralized exchange pool grows large enough, helps with the BNB peg issue. BSCScan has finally added our logo to our Explorer profile, adding to the legitimacy and trust of our project. Hopefully, Trust Wallet and others will follow suit soon. On to current partnership discussions. Recently, we put a vote and asked you folks for a 10% distribution split to launch farming pools for vault tokens in hopes of attracting them to the platform. We are still looking to do this, but given the current market conditions and lack of support from the vault teams, we have decided to delay this until the product has been launched. That way, this has maximum impact on total value locked, and no fee distribution is wasted. They are yours after all. Besides that, we have 2 pending partnership discussions that are waiting for the launch. The first is a new project, which has since launched and focuses on introducing new users to crypto. Their idea is to make the crypto onboarding process simpler and allow crypto users to introduce their friends and family with ease. I'm glad to learn about the team's project since it is a big pain point that the ecosystem needs solving. They're looking for a product that would allow the introduction of DeFi as well. Because of how we're positioning our project and products, we're a candidate. We will provide more updates if and when discussions move along further, but ultimately it will have to wait for the launch. The LP Aggregator product will be perfect for their use case. For our second partnership discussion, we have reached out and are in contact with a medium-sized stablecoin lending, farming, and swapping protocol. They are interested in having further discussions after our launch, and we will be reconnecting with them at that time. The last news I have for you this week, folks, is the same as last week and the same as the week before, and it's our meme contest! Our meme contest is still running for another week, folks. We have received tons of amazing content from you guys, and we have shared plenty of laughs together. Please do not forget to participate. There is 10,000 S-feet at stake. Will you be the clever memester who takes home the whale pot? The winner takes all, so be sure to like and retweet your favorite memes from the Twitter thread. And remember, no cheating. That's all we have for you this week, folks. If you've made it this far, we appreciate your support in our project. Thank you for tuning in and continuing to be a part of our journey. Our community is stronger because of investors like yourself, and we really couldn't do this without you. As always, my name is DJ. And remember, stay hungry, feeders.